Hey, family, we're back with another reaction. We got a different one here for you today. It was upon request. We're gonna get straight into it. Now, I done had hard times. I tell you, I didn't have hard times. I done seen it. I done lived in the project, so I done seen it all. Nothing surprised me. But entitlement kills me. Gorilla's sister mad at her because she ain't hitting her. I don't know. Let's get into it. Let's take a deep dive. Let's go.
Struggle. Y'all thought she bought a house. She did not buy my mama no house. Stop lying. She did not. She bought my daddy a house with his trick ass. She bought, and then he got the smallest house on the block. Fuck, talking about she retired. That man retired on his own time, and she didn't retire shit. On God.
GloRilla Dunn made it to the top, right? She's out here living her best life, driving Bentleys, getting her face done, sitting front row at award shows. But guess what? Her whole family is still stuck in the trenches. I'm talking mama still working at FedEx, siblings can't even pay rent, and her pops just had to borrow $100 just to get by. And bro, I got exclusive details on why she really switched up on her people like that. This is actually insane, no cap. But first, let me break down this whole situation from the beginning so y'all can see how wild this really is. All right, so boom, let me take y'all back to where it all started, gang. GloRilla, real name Gloria Woods, grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. And when I say she grew up rough, I mean rough. You feel me? Shorty came from the trenches for real. She wasn't out here living no luxury life, no cap. What if I told you that GloRilla is one of 10 siblings? Yeah, you heard that right, 10. That's a whole football team worth of kids in one household, bro. Can you imagine trying to feed 10 kids in Memphis? That's actually crazy when you think about it. They was all sharing rooms, sharing clothes, probably sharing the same bowl of cereal in the morning type timing. That's the type of struggle we talking about right here. And yo, according to what came out, they wasn't just regular poor. They was struggling. We talking about rats and roaches in the house, sleeping on busted air mattresses, taking baths out of water bottles when the water got cut off. Bro, that's third world country type conditions right in Memphis, Tennessee. That's the reality GloRilla and her
Chicago too.
Growing up, GloRilla and her siblings didn't have much. They was living check to check, struggling to keep the lights on, struggling to keep food on the table. This wasn't no TV show struggle. This was real life poverty, gang. Her sister Scarface even said they used to eat ketchup sandwiches when there wasn't no real food in the house. Ketchup sandwiches, fam, just bread and ketchup. That's how bad it was. And GloRilla saw all of it firsthand. She watched her mama work herself to the bone just to make sure they had a roof over their heads. That's the type of upbringing that's supposed to make you never forget where you came from.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pops.
Like, it was fun growing up in Memphis though. It was bad. I mean, not bad. Like, the city got
his name. I know. Trust
me. Type shit. But I'm really proud to say I'm from Memphis, but I just don't understand it.
And yo, so get this. Before GloRilla became the superstar y'all know today, Shorty was out here working at fast food restaurants just to survive. I'm talking about standing on her feet for hours, dealing with crazy customers, coming home smelling like French fries and burgers. That was her reality, bro. She was grinding at these fast food spots, probably making minimum wage, just trying to help her family get by. But here's where it gets interesting, gang. While she was flipping burgers and taking orders, GloRilla had a dream. She wanted to rap. She wanted to make it out the hood and change her life.
I used to sing in church, and I wanted to be a singer, but I realized I couldn't sing no more.
What?
So, yeah, I couldn't sing no more. So I started rapping because I always wanted to be on the singing music.
So she started recording music, putting out tracks, trying to get her name out there in Memphis. And for a minute, nothing was really popping off, you feel me? She was just another person from the hood trying to make it in the rap game. People probably laughed at her, told her she wasn't gonna make it, told her to focus on getting a real job. But GloRilla kept pushing, kept recording, kept believing in herself even when nobody else did. That's the grind mentality right there, and you gotta respect it. But then, everything changed. In 2022, GloRilla dropped a song called FNF, Let's Go. And bro, that joint went crazy. I'm talking viral on TikTok, everybody doing dances to it, radio stations playing it non-stop. The song was everywhere, fam. It was like overnight, GloRilla went from working at fast food spots to being one of the hottest new rappers in the game. Chat, are we surprised? Like, the song really took off like that. It hit different, and people connected with her energy and her sound. That Memphis style was hitting, and GloRilla was finally getting the recognition she deserved for her talent. Aight, so boom. Now here's where the story gets even crazier. When FNF started blowing up, guess who came calling? Yo Gotti. Yeah, the Memphis legend himself. Gotti saw the potential in GloRilla and he was like, yo, I need to sign this girl to CMG right now.
Had finally linked with him. It was on the yacht. We had met on the yacht and stuff, and we were just chopping it up. And then the rest was history.
How you get to
I
Gotti
made
last,
it.
though? Gotti right there in Memphis.
Right, because
Yeah.
it's like, I
I
don't
made it.
know. I probably was scared.
And that's exactly what happened, gang. GloRilla got signed to CMG Records, which is Yo Gotti's label. And just like that, she went from the trenches to the industry. We talking about real record deal money now, fam? She wasn't just getting streaming checks. She had a whole label backing her, putting money into her career, setting up tours, getting her on magazine covers, the whole 9 yards.
As soon as I pulled up and we was on the yacht, I instantly hooked up to the aux, played all my unreleased music, and he was just, we was just on the yacht vibing to all my unreleased music I got. So he was like, it just felt right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he believed in me.
After she signed, GloRilla started moving different. She got a new look. Where you looked, GloRilla was there. The girl who used to work at fast food restaurants was now rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in music. And yo, the money started coming in heavy. We talking about show money, endorsement deals, music sales, streaming revenue. GloRilla was getting to the bag for real. She went from struggling to pay bills to buying luxury cars and living that celebrity lifestyle. That's actually insane when you think about how fast it all happened. She was doing interviews, performing at major festivals, collaborating with big artists. GloRilla was really living the dream. Everything she ever wanted was finally coming true, and it seemed like nothing could stop her rise to the top. But here's where things get messy, fam. So GloRilla done made it to the top, right? She got the money, she got the fame, she got everything she ever dreamed of. But what about her family? What about them 10 siblings she grew up with? What about her mama, who's still working at FedEx? What if I told you that after GloRilla got rich, she straight up moved out of Memphis and stopped responding to her family? Yeah, you heard that right. Shorty packed up her bags, left the city, and basically cut off communication with her own blood. No cap, that's what really happened.
My mama always say she marked me, but I ain't never feel, I ain't never feel no special than none of the other kids who y'all was treated the same. It just, growing up, my mama had me near her. Like, I was like, right hand.
While GloRilla was out here living her best life, posting pictures in Bentleys and Maybachs, her family was still stuck in the same struggle they always been in. Mama still clocking in at FedEx, siblings still trying to figure out how to pay rent, and GloRilla wasn't sending no help their way.
Y'all may have talked about y'all favorite rapper. Y'all favorite rapper ain't shit, and I'm getting tired of it. Y'all made fuck. Y'all talking about some she ain't obligated. She ain't obligated when she want to sit here and all them interviews and talk about the struggles we've been through, and then reach back and help none of us out. We got her friends wearing the shit, and my mama still working at FedEx. Y'all better get the fuck out of my face.
Bro, that's actually crazy. Like, you made it out and you just gonna leave everybody behind like that? And get this, while her family is struggling, GloRilla is out here gifting her friends brand new cars. Yeah, you heard that right. She buying cars for people she probably just met, but her own flesh and blood can't even get a helping hand. That's the type of timing we on.
That's wild if it to be true. That's wild if it to be true. Mama, daddy, they supposed to be took care of. They supposed to have a house on the hill straight. I ain't trying to hear nothing they talking about. I don't care what you're saying, what you're talking about. Mom, dad had you. Siblings, I know my brother wouldn't do me like that. Period, point blank. I know for sure I wouldn't do him like that. So I don't know what type of time these people on. But mommy and daddy for sure supposed to get out.
For real? That don't sit right with me at all, gang. Her family was watching all of this happen from the sidelines. They seeing her on TV, they seeing her in music videos, they seeing her flexing on Instagram, and they probably thinking, yo, when is she gonna reach back and help us out? But that call never came, fam. That text never came. GloRilla was moving like she didn't even know them no more. Her sister said she tried reaching out multiple times, and got nothing back. Imagine texting your sister asking for help and getting left on red. That's cold, bro. That's ice cold.
Oh, we used to have days when we wasn't eating, but motherfucker ain't obligated. But you want to get on interviews and talk about the struggle. You want to talk about the struggle. But yeah, ain't one of us shining, fool. Ain't one of us shining. You got everybody else in this hole. You giving money out. You bringing money back around you, then it cross you badly because Sanchez watch you get your ass beat. On God. Watch you get your ass stomped. And I remember when Khalid did this shit. She watched you and you brought her back around. And she went live about you.
And this is after they grew up together, struggled together, ate ketchup sandwiches together. Now she acting brand new. And yo, so this is where everything explodes. GloRilla's sister, who goes by Scarface.
Again, in the beginning, I said entitlement, full transparency. I didn't see the whole thing. I like to react to them as I see them with y'all. I like to react to the video with my people. So with that being said, man, no cap. That's crazy. If this to be true, Gorilla, you filed. Mom and dad supposed to be took care of, period. You don't leave your family out there like that, siblings like that. You lost your mind. I ain't with it.
Woods on social media. She had enough. Shorty went on Facebook Live and aired out everything.
Just my
talking
opinion,
about
my
full-blown
personal
expose. No holding back, just straight facts and emotions. And bro, what she said is gonna blow y'all minds. Let me break down what Scarface said word for word because this is important. She hopped on that live and said, yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. I'm talking about y'all favorite rapper. Y'all favorite rapper ain't shit and I'm getting tired of it. Yo, she came out swinging right from the jump. No warm-up, no introduction, just straight to the point. She was heated, fam. You could hear the frustration in her voice, the pain, the anger. All of it was coming out. This wasn't no planned speech. This was raw emotion. Then she said, y'all mad. Y'all talking about she ain't obligated. How she ain't obligated when she want to sit here in all them interviews and talk about the struggles we've been through and then reach back and help none of us out but got her friends around and my mama's still working at FedEx.
Y'all made him talk about y'all favorite rapper. Y'all favorite rapper ain't shit. And I'm getting tired of it. Y'all made fuck. Y'all talking about some she ain't obligated. She ain't obligated when she want to sit here and all them interviews and talk about the struggles we've been through and then reach back and help none of us out. We got her friends wearing the shit. And my mama still working at FedEx. Y'all better get the fuck out of my face.
Bro, that hit different because she's right, gang. GloRilla be in interviews talking about how hard she had it growing up, talking about the struggle, talking about Memphis, using that story to connect with fans and build her brand. But then when it's time to actually help the people who was in that struggle with her, she ghosted. Years of frustration coming out all at once. She felt disrespected, she felt abandoned, and she wanted the world to know what type of timing GloRilla was really on. And then Scarface dropped another bomb. She said, I'm constantly getting acknowledged for being her sister, and she ain't fucking with us at all. Yo, think about that for a second, gang. Imagine everywhere you go, people recognize you as GloRilla's sister. They probably asking for pictures, asking about her, treating you like you're connected to that success. But behind closed doors, you can't even get a text back from her. That's gotta hurt different, bro. That's actually insane. But wait, it gets even worse. Scarface revealed that their father, GloRilla's dad, is dead broke. She said he just had to borrow $100 from their mother just to get by. $100, fam. That's nothing to somebody like
that man
GloRilla,
old
who's
as
probably
hell.
spending thousands on outfits and jewelry, but her own father can't even get $100 without having to borrow it. That's crazy.
My mama sitting here in this whole struggle. Y'all thought she bought a house. She did not buy my mama no house. Stop lying. She did not. She bought my daddy a house with his trick ass. She bought, and then he got the smallest house on the block. Fuck, talking about she retired. That man retired on his own time, and she didn't retire shit. On God.
And on top of that, Scarface said the family is struggling to pay rent. She even mentioned that she had to give her mama $1,800 out of a $2,400 rent payment because GloRilla blocked their mother. Blocked her, gang. GloRilla blocked her own mama. How you blocked the woman who raised you? The woman who struggled to feed you when y'all had nothing? That's disrespectful on a whole different level. They don't know if they're going to have a place to live next month. Meanwhile, GloRilla is out here buying Bentleys and getting cosmetic surgery. The math ain't mathing, gang. How you living like a millionaire while your family is about to be homeless? That don't make no sense. Scarface also said, it's been 4 years and we ain't seen nothing from y'all. We ain't seen nothing from nobody. 4 years, bro. That's how long GloRilla been on and she ain't sent not $1 back home, not one care package, not one, hey, y'all good? Text? Nothing? That's cold-blooded, no cap. She even called out how GloRilla be acting in public versus how she really moving. Scarface said, you be all everywhere talking about acting like you fucking with us. You don't mess with us. So GloRilla out here doing interviews, probably mentioning her family, acting like everything is cool, but in reality, she don't even talk to them. That's fake, gang. That's the definition of switching
Facts
up.
it is.
And yo, Scarface got even more specific. She talked about how they used to struggle together, sleeping on busted air mattresses, dealing with rats and roaches, taking baths out of water bottles when the utilities got cut off. She said they used to eat big cans of beans and ketchup sandwiches when there wasn't no real food. That's the level of poverty they was living in, fam. She even brought up that they got an autistic brother that GloRilla don't even help. An autistic brother, gang. Somebody who really needs support and care, and GloRilla ain't doing nothing for him either. That's messed up on every level. Y'all seeing this? This is her own sister saying all of this. This ain't some random person trying to get clout. This is family. This is somebody who grew up with her, shared the same struggles, ate out the same bowl, wore the same clothes, and now she's being left behind while GloRilla is living in luxury. That's gotta hurt on a different level for real. And yo, Scarface didn't just talk. She had receipts. She mentioned how GloRilla is out here buying her friends' cars, taking care of people who ain't even blood related but can't help her own family. She specifically called out somebody named Rambo, who GloRilla bought a whole Escalade for. An Escalade, bro, that's like $80,000 to $100,000 right there. Like imagine watching your sister on Instagram posting a video of her gifting somebody a brand new car, and you can't even afford to fix the transmission in your 2005 Honda. That's disrespectful, bro. That's a slap in the face. It's like GloRilla is showing the world that she got money to give away, but she's choosing not to give it to her family. Scarface also pointed out that GloRilla
She
beats
gonna
every new
lose it
car
all.
that comes out, wearing designer everything, going to exclusive events. But her mama is still working at FedEx. Her mama, gang. The woman who raised her, who struggled to feed 10 kids, who probably sacrificed everything to make sure GloRilla had a chance to make it, and she's still punching a clock at FedEx? That ain't right, fam. That ain't right at all. And get this, Scarface said GloRilla even bought their dad a Jaguar, but it don't even have gas in it. Like, what's the point of buying somebody a luxury car if they can't even afford to put gas in it? That's just for show, gang. That's just so she can say she did something, but it ain't really helping. She also mentioned that GloRilla retired their dad, but that was cap too. The man retired on his own time, and he's still broke. So what was the point of all that? It's all smoke and mirrors, fam. It's all for the cameras and the interviews. But behind the scenes, the family is still struggling. And the way Scarface was talking, you could tell this wasn't just about money. This was about respect.
You know, and I was just thinking about it too. GloRilla did just say in here that she was always up under her mama. So in my mind, you didn't have a problem with your mama. Y'all was cool. It ain't like y'all had a beef. You know, she done you wrong. Or you said you was right under your mama all the time. That's effed up, man, that your mom's still working at FedEx. That's sad. And you bought somebody the audacity to buy somebody an Escalade and mom's still working. You know, God don't like ugly. Too much of pretty. And that's facts right there.
This was about loyalty. This was about GloRilla acting brand new and forgetting where she came from. That's what really hurt Scarface. The fact that her sister switched up on the family like they wasn't nothing. Now here's where it gets even more crazy, gang. After Scarface exposed everything, the internet went wild. But it wasn't all support for the family. Oh no. A lot of GloRilla's fans came out and started attacking Scarface and the family. Bro, I kid you not, people was going in on them. Fans was saying stuff like, GloRilla don't owe y'all nothing, and y'all need to get up and go to work instead of begging, and she made it on her own. Why should she take care of grown adults? The comments was ruthless, fam. People was really out here defending GloRilla and calling her family lazy. Some fans was like, just because she's your sister don't mean she gotta pay your bills. And others was saying, y'all had the same opportunities as her. Why didn't y'all make it? Bro, the disrespect was real. They was treating Scarface like she was just a hater trying to bring GloRilla down. One person commented, her friends work for her though. They dancers and stuff. They earning their money. And another said, why should she give y'all money when y'all probably just gonna waste it? The fans was not having it, gang. They was riding hard for GloRilla. But here's the thing, gang. Is that really fair? Like, yeah, GloRilla don't technically owe anybody anything. She worked hard, she made it, that's her money. But at the same time, when you come from a family of 10 kids who all struggle together and you make it to the top, shouldn't you want to help them out? Shouldn't you want to make sure your mama don't got to work at FedEx no more? Shouldn't you want to make sure your pops ain't got to borrow $100? That's the real question here, fam. It ain't about obligation. It's about loyalty. It's about not forgetting where you came from. It's about making sure the people who was there when you had nothing get to enjoy the success too. And yo, some people was bringing up other celebrities who did take care of their families. They was talking about how Beyonce put her whole family on, how Jay-Z made sure his mom was straight, how Cardi B bought her mom a house. These are examples of people who made it and didn't forget about their family. So why can't GloRilla do the same? One comment said, me and my siblings struggle together. We up together. No questions about it. I'm obligated to my family. They will always go first. And that's real talk right there. That's the mentality a lot of people have. If I eat, we all eat. That's how it should be. But the fans wasn't trying to hear none of that. They was riding for GloRilla hard, saying her family is just jealous and trying to guilt trip her into giving them money. The internet was divided, bro. Half the people was on Scarface's side and the other half was on GloRilla's side. It was a whole war in them comment sections. Some people even said, y'all just want handouts, get a job. But Scarface clapped back and said, her mama is working at FedEx and she herself is working too. So it ain't about being lazy. It's about wanting some support from somebody who made it and has the means to help. And then there was people saying, family will hurt you more than anybody else. Maybe there's a reason GloRilla cut them off. And you know what? That's a valid point too, gang. We don't know the full story. Maybe there was some drama behind the scenes that we don't know about. Maybe GloRilla tried.
Don't matter. Yo, mama gets taken care of. Nobody's trying to hear that.
Said it don't sound like that's the case. It sounds like GloRilla just switched up once she got money and fame, and now she don't want nothing to do with where she came from. And if that's true, that's sad, bro. That's really sad. And that's the full story on how GloRilla's sister exposed her for leaving the family in the trenches, gang. This situation is wild from every angle, no cap. You got a family that's struggling while their sister is living like a superstar. You got a sister who feels abandoned and disrespected. And you got fans who are split down the middle on who's right. But yo, what do y'all think? Drop a comment and let me know. Is GloRilla wrong for not helping her family?
Hell yeah.
Right to live her life and spend her money how she wants. Because this is a tough
that part too.
I can see both sides, for real. On one hand, GloRilla worked hard to get where she's at. She grinded, she put in the work, she made the sacrifices. That's her success, and she should be able to enjoy it however she wants. Nobody can tell her what to do with her money. If you learned something new from this video, you gotta hit that like button and subscribe because I'm bringing y'all all the latest drama and news from the culture. And if you want more content like this.
Now, I'm gonna say for sure, my personal reaction to that is, really, you dead wrong. I don't care how you put it. You said in the video, you rock with your mama. Looking at Pops, he old. He should have got took care of, period, point blank. You don't leave your family in the trenches like that. You feel me? It's 10 of them. You can't be mad at all 10 of them. And if you is, there's probably something wrong with your ass. Period. It's your money. But man, come on, man. Once you get like that and you get acting funny, you don't have the person that had you. You know, mom, dad, she working at FedEx. I'm sure dad was working because he retired. They took care of you. You said it out your own mouth. There's no reason why they shouldn't be took care of. Period. Now, the siblings, I give that to a little bit of the extent. But mom and daddy, ain't nothing to talk about. But until next time, family, I'm out.